Hello, gorgeous. Happy Wisdom Wednesday and welcome back to my platform. I'm super excited that you are here. If you've been rocking with me this month, we've been talking all about main character energy. What is it? How to embody it? Why it's important? Literally all the things. Just scroll down the feed and just like this, you're going to be right caught up where we are right now. Okay. In today's segment, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the biggest myth surrounding main character energy and why it's just not true. Okay. Why it's just simply not true. So, first things first, let me say that I did not create this phenomenon. It has been buzzing around on socials for a while. And when I found it, it's just really aligned with the way that I was living my life. And I embraced it and I made it my own. So, while I love it and I think it's amazing, there's a group of people who have a misconception that main character energy is bad. They suggest that it makes you selfish, that it leads to narcissism and this inflated sense of self. And that's just not true. So while I think that everything in moderation, right? I think that you can have too much of anything. I think that what's off putting is that it's the direct opposite of what we're taught. Like, as women, especially, as soon as we're born, someone's shoving a lovey or a baby in our hands and they're like, feed your baby is crying. When we go to school, we're instructed to be the nice girl and to share and to make sure that we're making decisions and behaving in a way where other people will like us. And that leads to perfectionism and people pleasing. And when you choose to start focusing on your own narrative, that makes people kind of step back because they're like, wait, what are you doing? We can't do that because that makes you a rule breaker. So I just want to be very clear that at no point does having main character energy mean that you lack empathy for other people, that you don't care about other people's needs, or that other people are just props or expendable characters in your story. That's not what I'm saying at all whatsoever. And don't believe that. What I'm saying is, when you are the main character of your life, you get to decide how much space something or someone is going to take up in your story, how much energy you're going to give to something, how long a chapter is going to be. Is it going to be a couple of pages? Is it going to be a chapter? Is it going to be a very short chapter? You know, those books where some chapters are just like 3 pages and we move on like that stuff never happened. It just suggests that you do not have to allow someone else's problems, their life, their circumstances to be the backdrop of your life. You don't have to do that. And anytime you make a change, anytime you make a pivot, anytime you do something different, it calls people out or it calls people up. And they get to decide whether they're going to be called out for not changing or they're going to be called up and pushed to make a change. So the next time you get that feeling, I want you to explore it. I said this the other day when I was talking to a friend. I'm like, anytime I feel activated, y'all know I don't like the word triggered. Anytime I feel activated, I get curious. Why does me standing in my power, why does me refusing to play a supporting role in my own story make you feel so uncomfortable? Why does it make you feel uncomfortable to decide I'm taking charge? I'm leading the way. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm refusing to cave. Why does that make you feel so uncomfortable? Think about that. And the immediate thought is, well, what about everyone else? What about them? Think about stories like or shows. I'm thinking Meredith Grey in Grey's Anatomy. A million other things are happening in that series that are pivotal, right? That doesn't mean that she's not the main character. Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. A million other things are happening in that show. Literally dozens of stories. It doesn't mean he's not the main character of his segment. Queen Sugar, Charlie, Ralph Angel, each one of them, Nova, each one of them has their own storyline. And it doesn't mean that anybody else is less important. It just means that for that character, this is their thing. And so I just want to stress that to you, that choosing to be the main character doesn't mean that nobody else matters. It means you matter too. And you can either be in the driver's seat or you can be content to be run over. You decide. So if you're ready to jump into main character energy, to leap into main character energy, I am hosting a masterclass. It is February the 29th, Leap Day at 2 p.m. Central. I would love to have you. All you're going to do is text main character to my text line. I've popped it up on the screen. It's literally everywhere. If you can't remember the number, just say Kayla text line, drop that down below or in my DMs, and I will tell you what to do. If you text anything other than main character, it's not going to prompt my system to give you the link. Okay, so main character to this text line, get in there. We are going to cut through the BS. Most of the stuff that we believe about ourselves and our lives and our capabilities is BS, beliefs and stories. We get to change that narrative. I'm going to teach you to cut through it. I'm going to teach you some simple strategies for taking charge and deciding to be the main character. And then I'm going to invite you to something really cool. So hang out with me. Let me know what you need. I'm super excited that you're here. Have an excellent Wednesday, and we will chat in the next one. Bye, girl.